Godfrey Ho and IFD films and the notoriously bad ninja movies that actually there were 100 of these films made in the course of 10 years. So you had three people involved in IFD films, one being the head honcho, Godfrey Ho, another being Joseph Lai, and the third person being Thomas Tang. Originally, before IFD Films, they formed another company called ASSO Asia Films, and this was a company that mostly dished out kung fu films from 1978 to 1982, and it was in 1983 when IFD was founded, and the same three guys, Godfrey Ho, Thomas Tang, Joseph Lai, ran this company. And that's when the ninja franchise began. They were the kind of films you'd watch with a group of people while getting pissed drunk. That sort of thing. So it started off apparently when another film company called the Canon Film Group, and I think a lot of people would be very familiar with this company that grew up in the 80s, especially when home video was around, you know, VHS and Betamax. And Canon films were kind of like IFD films. They mass-produced a lot of movies. They actually started off the ninja craze by introducing the world to the ninja with their film Enter the Ninja, starring Franco Nero, an Italian actor. This film came out in 1980, and it was very successful that they did two other sequels. They did one in 1983, Revenge of the Ninja, and then another sequel called Ninja the Domination. And Godfrey Ho saw these films himself and saw kind of financial potential in this ninja brand. And so he started his own little franchise, and so IFD Films started dishing out these ninja movies. It was like the way IFD Films did this, or what they did to accomplish the possibility of mass producing so many ninja movies in such a short time. Well, Godfrey Ho would actually go and buy the rights to already existing films from various Asian territories like Beijing, Thailand, South Korea, the Philippines, and Singapore. And either these films were films that really never saw the light of day, they were incomplete, or they were films that were only released in their native countries and never saw the light of day outside those countries. So basically he would take those films and cut them, splice them, and dub them into English, because originally the idea was to target these films for American audiences, European audiences, English-speaking audiences. So it was mostly for English-speaking territories. So these films were all dubbed in English, and these were kind of like made in a way, well, you could call it a cut and paste method of filmmaking. They would also film additional scenes using non-Asian American or European actors who would play generic characters or mainly the main ninja characters in the film, even though they would mix a scene from one film and then take another film and cram it all together into a 90-minute train wreck. And of course, most of these films that were made either had somewhat of a plot or mostly no plot at all, because I mean, when you take an existing film or two existing films and cram them together, it would be like and these films would not have any association with one another at all. So you would have no storyline going anywhere, with a ninja fight scene at the beginning, and then in between, and then another ninja fighting scene at the end, with all these other scenes and all these other characters that are just in there just for the sake of it, taken from clips from various films where they'd splice together and so on, and you've got yourself a Godfrey Ho classic.
Like and subscribe.